didn't see you sitting there. Chuck Dietz here. Okay, so I did see you sitting there. Obviously. Anyway, I decided this is going to be the very last Infinity Mijinion lesson. I got a bunch of lessons now, so I'm pretty proud that I've finally made it through a series. But, yeah, at this point I'd like to move on with a couple new things. I just wanted to make sure that I finished a series before moving on to a new one. I know that I have the sweeps that are not finished yet, so I plan on returning to those eventually. When, I'm not sure, but hopefully the near future. But I'm finishing this now, and what we're going to do today is we're going to do the solo. Now, I believe that if you can play the solo, I'm sure you can finish the rest of the song. You can find the tabs on my website, so just look those up, and I think you'll be ready to go and to learn the entire thing. As you might have been able to tell, I took this from the Mega Man X X4 intro, and I transferred it to the key of A. It's normally in the key of C, in case you didn't know. But it goes like this. And basically the key things are there. I try to follow a strict vibrato pattern, which is kind of up and down twice. Which, it's a good idea to keep a vibrato to a tempo. It sounds a little bit organized, I guess. I don't know, I just like it. And then I just hit a little pinch harmonic there about here. Then I keep going with that sequence. There I break it down into slow triplets. And then I get into unison bends. Now the best way to practice these, if you really want to get them in tune, is to start with them like this. And work on starting here and bending up to the next note. So your main goal is to get this note down here up to this note. About there. And then separate them. Follow that with a common pull-off technique that I use. Now, I used to be really big into Metallica. I still love them. But I used to play Metallica solos all the time, and they always had this type of thing. I remember Hit the Lights had like these little things in it. There's these really quick hammer-on and pull-offs. And so here, it just goes. I'll play it again. And it just goes into that little, sort of like an arpeggio right there. To a small pentatonic climb. And the picking there is basically what you want it to do. I just alternate pick it. You could down pick it too. Might get a little bit fast though. Then it goes into some more unison bends. Hopefully I'm in tune. But you get the idea. To just a little lick here. Nothing special there, but the next lick that I do is pretty interesting. Now, I guess I've just been influenced by a lot of weird licks, like Guthrie Govan does like fives, where it's got all these stacked fives, pretty much. Or at least that's what it sounds like to my ear. And so what I did for this lick is I took power chords, which are a root and a fifth, and I slid all the way up with them at different intervals. And I got this. And to get that, that's just something you need to practice slow and then build up to. One idea might be to break it into chunks. So you might take the first two and slide between those. And then go up the neck, so on. And then put it all together. I don't know. It's a fun lick. Now I know you've been waiting for this part, and if you haven't, you suck. No, you don't. But check this out. This is the really crazy sweepy part that I made. I'm going to admit I do fudge it a little bit because this is 140 beats per minute. This is really fast sweep stuff, and honestly I don't practice it every day like I should. If you do practice this stuff every day, it is possible. It's probably about the speed of Michelangelo Badio's No Boundaries. But let me show you it slow. So we're starting, these are all in the key of A. If you've watched my previous sweep lessons, which is another series altogether, you know that these are all based on 3-string triads. So if you remember that, we go from F to G to A Now this last part is based around E major, and it hits 3 different spots on the neck, which is where this gets really difficult. Is I do a shape here, then I make a big jump up here to another big jump. So I went. Let me try again. And then lastly, we do a little diminished sweep. For this, I'm using my pointer finger, ring finger, I'm not flicking you off, and pinky. So I got... I gotta stop doing these lessons at night. I might not be so sloppy if I would like do them in the morning when I have energy. But that's totally off topic. So, yeah, we go from E. A little bend right there with your pinky. And whenever you bend with your pinky, since that is your weakest finger, feel free to use any of the other fingers to get that height. Or if you feel comfortable, you can. I personally find it difficult. And then just come up to the next bend. And that is the sweepy part. And that concludes this entire series. Now I thank you all who have stuck through this and watched it to the very end. I hope that you've learned new licks. I hope that I've given you some different approaches to playing. Even if you learn like one thing out of all these videos, I'm happy. So I'll be creating some new series. One will be on recording because 2 of my bands are recording right now, right here. I'm doing all the guitars, so it's pretty tough. Eternity Lost is still going. Got some pretty crazy riffs. Whole lot of crazy riffs. But I got them all recorded. Rhythm guitars are all done for the new Eternity Lost album. So I'll be working on leads. We'll be getting our singer down and recording vocals, and we gotta get a bass from somewhere. Because we don't have a bassist right now. So yeah, I'm probably gonna lay down bass tracks too, but we'll see. Circle 7's also recording. And so with all this recording, I've been needing to tune the guitar especially. I need to work with getting good sounds. I need to be paying attention to my playing because there's like 20 different ways you can hit the same chord and get 20 different sounds. So I think those videos are going to be really helpful, especially because it's going to be across the board. Like, not everybody's into Mega Man, so not everybody's really like, oh man, I want to learn Infinity Mijinion. You guys are, but not everybody is, so I'm going towards recording lessons. I also have a cover coming up. It's going to sound like this. That was freaking horrible. Just to redeem myself. That's better. So, yeah, outside of tuning problems, not being able to sweep a zillion miles per hour, you are now good to go to learn Infinity Mijinion and rock it out. See you next time.